My brother was crying on his wedding night, so I set his wife's dress on fire. My adopted little brother Scotty had been through hell before our family found him. His birth mom had abandoned him and taken him back over 20 times just to collect government benefits. It got so bad that he didn't speak for 3 entire years after we adopted him when he was 8. He swore he'd never love any woman except our mom and me. Scotty was the sweetest kid who'd help anyone with anything, but he never showed interest in dating. Then one family dinner he dropped a bomb on us, saying he proposed to some girl from college named Priscilla. My parents immediately had Scotty invite Priscilla over for dinner the next week. The red flags started the second she walked through our door. She looked around our living room and said, "Oh, this is cozy," in that voice people use when they mean broke ASF. Mom had made her famous lasagna that everyone loves, but Priscilla took one bite and said it was interesting, before getting up and making herself a box of mac and cheese from our pantry without even asking. Dad tried to lighten the mood with a joke about how at least she knew how to cook and took initiative, but I wasn't buying any of it. The whole dinner, Priscilla kept her hand on Scotty's thigh, squeezing it whenever he tried to talk. She'd interrupt him constantly to tell her own stories about her sorority and all the parties she threw. After dinner, I basically interrogated her while Scotty was in the bathroom. Turns out she was the president of her sorority, but didn't have a driver's license because she didn't believe in contributing to pollution. She'd had 8 boyfriends in the past 2 years alone, which she bragged about like it was some achievement. Then she let slip that she was actually the one who proposed to Scotty after knowing him for only 2 months. I watched them walk to her friend's car after dinner since she couldn't drive herself. Through the window, I saw her slap Scotty across the face and start yelling at him about something. Then she grabbed his face and kissed him hard before shoving him away. Scotty came back inside with his cheek still red. "You need to break up with her," I told him straight up. His eyes got all watery. "Please don't mess this up for me. I've never loved anyone like her before. She's different. The wedding's next week." Next week. They'd been engaged for a month and the wedding was already next week. Something was seriously wrong here. The night before the wedding, Priscilla had over 50 girls at her bachelorette party at Scotty's expense. She handed me a bill to give to Dad for her wedding dress. "Give this to your dad so he can pay me back." $20,000 for a dress she'd wear once. I found Scotty sitting alone in his room looking at old photos from when he first came to live with us. "Are you sure you want to do this?" I asked him. He finally broke down crying. "I'm scared. I think something's happening at the party, but she said I'm not allowed to ask questions." That was it. I told him I'd put an end to all of this. I drove over to the cabin where the bachelorette party was happening. I could hear the music and screaming from outside. I crept up to a window and what I saw made me want to throw up. They had a male stripper and all the girls were taking turns with him, including Priscilla. But Priscilla was the worst. She dragged him to the bathroom and I could hear everything through the thin walls. I pulled out my phone and recorded the audio of her moaning and saying the most ridiculous things. I found her wedding dress hanging in a garment bag on the porch. That $20,000 monstrosity. I grabbed it and threw it on the dirt driveway, then lit it on fire. The flames went up fast and bright. Someone inside must have seen the fire because suddenly everyone was running outside screaming. Priscilla came out in just a towel and saw her dress burning. She started shrieking like someone was murdering her. "You psycho!" she screamed at me. "I'm calling the cops. This is arson. Attempted murder." "Go ahead," I said, pulling out my phone. "I'm ready to go down as long as I'm taking you with me." I hit play on the recording. Priscilla's voice came out clear as day, moaning things like, "Give it to me, you scrawny chimpanzee. My stupid husband's dad is basically paying for you to go to town on me," and other stuff that would turn a sicko on. All 50 girls heard it. Priscilla's face went from red to white to green in about 3 seconds. She ran back inside and came out 5 minutes later fully dressed. She got in an Uber without saying a word to anyone. An hour later, she posted on Instagram that the wedding was canceled because things got overwhelming and I got in over my head. Scotty was heartbroken for a few months, but he's doing amazing now. Turns out he wasn't even into women, which explained a lot. He's got a new tall black boyfriend named David, treats him like gold. Last week they adopted a cat together and Scotty hasn't stopped smiling since.